What's up? It's Kelly, and I am the captain of Even Keel Ops. And today I want to talk to you about social media strategy for business and your return on investment or ROI. This topic started brewing for me in June of 2017, the end of the second quarter. During that time, I used my Google Analytics to determine which social media channels were bringing the most traffic to my website. And I was a little bit surprised at what I found. Before we get into that, though, I want to tell you about the social media strategy I had been using for my business up until June of 2017. I have been following all of the rules of social media for business. I'm in Facebook groups and completely active there. I share links, I network with people. I was posting content on Twitter 3 times a day, following the 80-20 rule: 80% somebody else's content, 20% of your own. And in April of 2017, I started using Pinterest for my small business because I had heard it was a great way to bring traffic to your website. So let's move on to June, when I looked at the analytics to determine which of the social media channels were bringing me the most return on investment for the time that I was spending there. So Pinterest, even though I had just started using it in April of 2017, was the biggest traffic driver to my site. Facebook groups was second, and Twitter, well, I had 3 visits all year from Twitter as of the second quarter of 2017, the end of the second quarter of 2017. And that's not great because I had been spending a ton of time on Twitter scheduling content to share with people because I thought that's what they wanted to see. So that's clearly not true. And I decided it was time to change my social media strategy and kind of follow my own path instead of the business rules. I've always found in life and business in general that I do better when I follow my own path instead of following somebody else's rules. So I continued to use Pinterest, except for I added a second and a third graphic for each blog post so that each blog post has 2 to 3 different graphics around Pinterest that people can look at and pin from and follow to my site. I continue to use Facebook groups. I share my links, I network there, I find people with similar business and personal interests. And for Twitter, I stopped scheduling content for the most part. I chose to go with a random stream of thought strategy along with sharing some of my own content and just a little bit of other content that I found interesting that I thought my users would also find interesting. So no 80-20, no sharing constantly or 3 times a day. It's a much more random, non-strategy strategy. So there's no real strategy to it. I enjoy Twitter, not because I enjoy being there and posting on the platform, but because I enjoy networking and talking to some of the people that I've met via Twitter. So I wasn't ready to give it up completely. I'm also on Instagram. It has no ROI, but I love taking pictures and I love sharing pictures. So I'm on Instagram for my own personal fun and enjoyment. We won't talk about the ROI for Instagram here. Like I said, it's non-existent, so it doesn't really matter. I just do Instagram for fun. So in October, when I had reached the end of the third quarter, I decided it was time to review my Google Analytics again to determine if my new social media strategy had paid off in any way. Again, I found that Pinterest was my biggest traffic driver. Facebook was second, and Twitter was still running a very low third with only 6 visits for the year. Now, there's something interesting about those 6 visits, though, because the first 3 visits happened in the first 6 months of the year. The second 3 visits happened within 3 months. So whether the strategy is good or not good, I am seeing a little tiny bit of uptick in the amount of traffic I get from Twitter. So again, Twitter will be kind of like Instagram is for me. I like being there because I've met people there and I enjoy networking there, but it's not going to be the sole focus for my business social media. Now, I am going to continue using the same social media strategy for quarter 4, and then I will review it again in December to see how it works. If you are interested in figuring out your social media ROI, I can help you. I wrote a post about how to use your Google Analytics to figure out which social media channels bring you the most traffic. You can check that out on my website at evenkeelops.com. I will put a link to that blog post in the description for this video so that you can check it out. I really recommend determining what your social media ROI is so you're not spending time and energy and feeling overwhelmed by focusing on the wrong channels. Okay, that is all I have for you today. So until next time, fair winds and following seas. Bye.